Hello student. Yes. Today we are going to discuss with the new lesson. The lesson name is force and pressure. What is the lesson name we are going to discuss today? We are going to discuss about the force and pressure. First, we will discuss about the force. Then, in the further classes, we are going to discuss about the pressure. Okay. First, we will start discussing with the force. What is force? Can anyone tell that? What is the definition of the force? What may be the definition? Before going to start with studying with the definition of the forces, can you give some of the examples where we are going to apply the force? Take an example. Now I am going to give some of the example to explain the definition of the force. Okay, the first example we want to take on that. Okay, in a stationery store, okay, all your packing of the food items is completed. Then the shopkeeper going to lift that stationery items and put it into the car. What is the thing that applied there? The putting of the stationery items to the car. What is the energy that exerted there? And another example, consider that your car is not starting. Okay, consider that your car is not starting. Then what you are going to do? You are going to push it or you are going to pull the car, right? To get start the engine. What is that, the applying or pushing that we call it as? Another example, consider that the wrestling, or just to take the example of boxing, there also, what is take between the two members? If you are going to take your pet, okay, consider that you are going to take your dog for the walking. If your dog is not coming with you, you are going to pull the dog, right? What you are going to apply there then? By seeing all this example, we can tell the definition of the force in all these examples. If you see in all these examples, we experience the force. I tell the 4 example, right? In all that 4 examples, we are going to experience some of the force that we call it as an force. Then what can we give the definition for the force? A force is a push or pull on an object. What is force? Push or pull of an object, we call it as an force. What is force? A push or pull of an object is called as an force. This is the definition of the force. Then as the definition, define force with an example. What is force? A push or pull of an object is called as an force. Example, any of the example you can give. Okay, putting off that shop, that in the shop we are going to take the store, what is that, items. Okay, we are going to take on that items by lifting that items. That also we can give the example. The movement, okay, the movement of the duster from one place to the another place. That also we can give an example for the force. If we are walking, here also we are going to apply some of the force for the walking. Swimming, in the swimming also we are going to apply the force. Running. These are the some of the examples we can give for the force. After discussing with the definition of the force, next we want to discuss about the force is due to an interaction. Correct? Is that force is happen when the body is at rest? Consider that I am standing here only. I am not moving anywhere. Is my body showing some of the force? No, right? If I show the interaction with these tiles, then only the sum of the force is applied to the tiles for walking. Therefore, we can tell that the force is due to an interaction. What is force? A force is due to an interaction. Then what is this interaction? Ma'am, you are telling that a force is due to an interaction. Then what is this interaction? If you see, what is an interaction means an interaction of one object with another object result in a force between the two objects. Consider that this hand, the left hand is the one of the object and right hand is the another object. I am going to do the interaction. That means I am going to rub it. This is the A object and this is the B object. I am going to do some of the interaction between these two objects. Then what happens? Some of the force that existed between the A as well as B. Okay, that's why due to the interaction between the A and B, some of the force is exerted. Understood? The force, if you see about the force as an interaction. Force is due to an interaction between the two objects. When does you get the force between the two objects? When the two objects have the interaction between the two objects, then only you will get the force. After that, the next another one important property of the force is the force has magnitude as well as direction. Okay, if you see that force, the force has both magnitude as well as direction. What is this? What we are going to discuss about this one? What is this magnitude? What is this direction? What is we call it as a magnitude or what we call it as a direction? If you see the direction means, take an example. Consider me as an object. Okay, first. Consider me as an object. I am going in the right direction now. Okay, if I am going to the right direction means the force that moving also with the right direction. If I am moving to the left direction, okay, if I am moving in the left direction, therefore the force is also takes place in the left direction. Therefore, force has the direction. Then what is this magnitude? The magnitude means the strength, how much of energy I am going to put to move for the right side, or how much of the strength I am put to move for the left side. This is about the magnitude. Understood the concept? The force as magnitude as well as the direction. Magnitude means strength. How much of the strength I am putting to move towards the right. How much of the strength I am putting to move towards the left. Okay. Strength is also dependent on the force and also on the direction. Depending upon these two criteria, the force has the magnitude as well as the direction. Understood the concept? The force has magnitude as well as the direction. First, what we discuss? First, we discuss about definition of the force and some of the example for the force. After discussing with the some of the example, next we discussed about the force is due to an interaction. After that, we want to discuss that force as magnitude as well as direction. After discussing all these points, now we are going to study about what are the effects of force. What happens if force is applied to any of the object? Is that anything is changed in the object? Is that anything is changed in the object? Now we are going to discuss about the effects of force. Okay. Before going to discuss with some of the effects of force, I will give some of the examples to you. Okay. First, I will give some of the examples to you. Consider that you have one long box with you. Okay. Just imagine that you have the huge box. Okay. Consider that you have the huge box here. Okay. The two friends. Okay. Consider the friend A and friend B. Okay, friend A and friend B are going to push that box in the same direction. Before going to start discussing with that effect of the force, we will take some of the example to explain the force. Okay, first I am telling that I am taking the huge box. In that huge box, consider the two friends A and B are going to push that box in the same direction. Then what happens? The box will move, right? Due to the apply of the force, the box will move. Some of the work is done. Understood the first example? Okay. Now take the second example. The same box, the same two persons. Okay. Same box, same two persons. But here the one person stand in the first position as it is. First what in the position he stand, in that position only he stand. But the second person is stand on the opposite direction. Okay, one is standing here position only and another one person is standing exactly opposite to the A. Both are going to apply the force. Then what happen? The box will not move, right? No work is done. Why? Here A also applying the force. From the opposite side B also applying the force. Therefore, the force, that means the work done in that situation is 0. And also we can tell that the force that applied is also 0. Another one example, maybe you remember that Hagga Jaggata. Okay, that you will do, right? Along with your friends you do it. What happens? The same number of the people stand in the one side of the thread and another some of the people are standing on the thread. They are going to pull and push that one, right? No force is exerted there also. Okay, these are the some of the example to explain that when the force is exerted. After discussing that, next we are going to discuss about the effect of the forces. That means if the force is exerted, what happens? Now we will discuss one by one. Okay, now we are going to discuss the effect of the forces. The first effect of the force is a force can move a stationary object. This is the first point. What is the effect of the force? The first point is a force can move a stationary object. Take an example that I am taking I'm taking this duster. Okay, I'm taking this chalk piece. Okay, I just take the example of this chalk piece. Okay, it is present in the stationary phase now. I'm not moving this chalk piece, right? It is in the stationary phase. If I am applied some of the force, then what happens? If I am going to give some of the force to the chalk piece, then what happens? It is moved from one to the another place, right? Therefore, what is the first factor? What is the first effect of the force? The first effect of the force is a force can move a stationary object. Another one example I will give for this one. Consider that all here everyone see the football matches, right? If that ball is placed in the center, some of the other player come and they are going to push that ball, right? Before pushing the ball in the stationary phase, right? That means it doesn't have any of the movement. It settled in the single phase. After giving some of the force, what happened? The ball is moved in the ground. Therefore, understood this point. What is that point? The first point is a force can move a stationary object. by applying the force to the ball. Okay, by applying the force to the ball, what happens? The ball is moving. Second effect, a force can stop a moving object. Okay, force can stop a moving object. Take the same example, football. Okay, if some of the person are going to hit that ball, the goalkeeper, if you see the goalkeeper, that goalkeeper is stand in front of the goal to stop that ball, right? For stopping of the ball also some of the force should be required, right? For stopping of the ball also some of the force should be required. Therefore, with the use of the force also, we can stop a moving object. With the apply of the force also, we can stop a moving object. Another one example, you are going in the bus or you are going in the train. If any emergency, you want to stop, that means if you want to stop that train or if you want to stop that bus, what we are going to do? We are going to put a brake, right? There also we are going to use a force to stop the moving object. This is the second effect of the force. What is the first effect? The first effect is a force can move a stationary object. Second one, a force can stop a moving object. Third one, a force can change the speed of the moving object. Okay, what is the third point? A force can change the speed of the moving object. Take an example. You are going in the car with your parents. Okay, you are going very speedily or you are going very slowly. Any two example you can take. If you are going to go fast means what you are going to do? You are going to apply some of the force to move that car so fastly. Right? You are going to put the accelerator. That means you are going to put some of the force on the accelerator. Then what happens? It go fastly, right? And also if you see in the hockey or any of the some other games, if you see, take the example of the hockey, some of the person or some of the player are moving that hockey stick and that one. If they hit the striker, what happens? It moves in the fast direction, in the different direction also, right? Therefore, this is the third effect of the force. What is the third effect of the force? A force can change the speed of the moving object. And the fourth one is a force can change the direction of the moving object. What is the fourth example? Fourth effect, a force can change the direction of moving object. I think everyone are seeing the cricket, right? Okay. The bowler come and put the ball for the batsman. The ball will come in the different direction. When batsman going to hit that ball, what happens? It moves in the different direction. Therefore, if we are going to apply the force, then the direction of the object is also get changed. This is the fourth point. Example, cricket. Okay. And the last effect is a force can change the shape and size of an object. The last effect of the force. What is the last effect of the force? A force can change the shape and size. How? Take an example of the string. Okay, you know that string. Okay, if you are going to put the force on the string, what happens? It get expanded. If we are going to leave the string, then what happens? It gets contracted, right? Therefore, with the help of the force also, the size and the shape of the substance is also changed. These are the 5 important effects of the forces. One more time we will discuss what are the 5 important types of effects of the forces. The first one, a force can move a stationary object. Second one, a force can stop a moving object. Third one, a force can change the speed of the moving object. Fourth one, a force can change the direction of moving object. And the fifth one, a force can change the shape and size of an object. These are the sum of the effects of forces. I hope you understood the effects of the forces, right? After discussing with the effects of the forces, now we are going to start discussing with the types of the forces. Okay. Now we are going to start discussing with the types of the forces. If you see what are the important types of the forces we have in the 8th standard means, the first we are going to discuss about the muscular forces, second one frictional forces, magnetic force, electrostatic force, and the fifth one gravitational force. These are the 5 important forces we are going to discuss. What are the 5 important forces we are going to discuss? The 5 important force we are going to discuss is the one is the muscular force, frictional force, magnetic force, electrostatic force, and the gravitational force. Now we are going to discuss one by one. Okay, we are going to discuss about the types of forces, right? In the types of forces, we discussed with the 5 types of the forces. Okay, that 5 types of the forces is subdivided into the 2 types. One is the contact force and another one is the non-contact force. That 5 types of the force is divided into the one is the contact force and another one is the non-contact force. First we will discuss about the contact force. What is this contact force? If you see what is this contact force means, the force exerted between the two objects when they are in the physically touching. That means if the physical force is exerted between the two objects, then only the contact force is takes place. When the contact force takes place, if the force is exerted between the two substances when the two substances are physically in contact. That means if the two substances are touch each other, then only the force is exerted. If any of the two substances should tell to be as an contact force is present between the two substances means the two substances should always be in the physically touch. That means they have the contact between the two objects. Then only we can tell the contact force is exerted between the two objects. Okay, if you see now, I am just putting my specs to the upper part, right? If you see that I am going to apply the force to the specs. Therefore, I have the touch between the my hand and this opticals. Okay, if I am going to apply some of the force, then only it move, right? Therefore, the contact or therefore the touching, the feeling, physical touching is takes between the two subjects. Then we call that as an contact force. In contact force, we are going to discuss about the 2 types of the forces. One is muscular forces and another one is the frictional force. These are the 2 important types of the force that we are going to discuss in the contact force. Okay, in the contact force, we are going to discuss about muscular force as well as the frictional force. What is this muscular force? If you see what is this muscular force means the force that exerted by the muscles of the body. What is muscular force? The force that exerted by muscular of the body. Example, if you see the bodybuilders, okay, if you see the bodybuilders, they are going to lift some amount of the weight, right? They are going to daily, they are going to lift some amount of the weight. How they are going to lift? They are going to lift with the help of the muscles. There we can see the muscular force. For the muscular force, we can give an examples of the bodybuilders. And also another one example we can give for the muscular force, that is, if you see in the bus stop, the coolie members or some of the some of the people, they are going to lift the luggages, right? There also we are going to use the muscular force. Not only for them. If you are going to take some of the object, if you are going to write some of the thing on the board also, we are going to use the muscular force. Therefore, what are muscular force? First of all, the force that exerted by the muscles, that we call it as a muscular force. After discussing with the muscular force, now we are going to discuss about the frictional force. What is this frictional force? If you see what is this frictional force means, the force which always opposes the motion of the one body over the another body. Okay. What is this frictional force? Definition first I will say, the force which always opposes the motion of the one body over the another body. Now I will show one example to you. See, I am taking these two chalks. Okay. Now I am taking the two chalks. This, the first chalk what I am taking in the left hand side is moving in this direction. Okay. Now I am going to take this blue color chalk in the opposite direction. Therefore, like this, if I am moving like this, what happens? It opposes the direction of the A, right? This blue color chalk opposes the direction of the white color chalks by applying some of the force. There you get that force, you can experience that force. This object is opposes this object. This type of the force we call it as an frictional force. What is frictional force? What is frictional force means? The force which always opposes the motion of the one body over the another body. That we call it as a frictional force. Another one example I will give. When train is moving, okay, when train is moving, you are going to apply sudden brake. When you are going to apply the sudden brake in the train, what happens? There also the frictional force can exist. Okay, that the rail track, okay, for that railway track we are going to apply the some frictional force by applying the handbrake. Then you will experience the force. That force is also an example for the frictional force. Understood the definition of the frictional force? What is frictional force? The force which always opposes the motion of the one body over the another body. That we call it as a frictional force. These are the two types of the contact process. What are the two types of the contact force? The two types of the contact forces are, one is muscular force and another one is the frictional force. After discussing with this contact force, now the next we are going to discuss about the non-contact force. What are this non-contact force? If the force is exerted by even from the distance, okay, if there is no physical touch between the two substances also, some of the force is exerted. That force we call it as a non-contact force. What are non-contact force? The force which exerted in which the two substances are not physically touched also, are the two substances which are not near also, then also the substance experience the sum of the forces. That type of the forces we call it as a non-contact force. Understood what is non-contact force? The force which is exerted even if it is not touch each other, even that objects are not touch each other. Then that type of the force also we call it as a non-contact force. In the non-contact force, first we are going to discuss about the magnetic force. Okay, if you see what is this magnetic force means, the force exerted by the magnet, we call it as a magnetic force. What is magnetic force? The force exerted by a magnet, that we call it as a magnetic force. Example, if you see the example, hold some of the magnet. Okay, in that magnet, if you are going to put some of the iron nails, what happens? They are going attracted with that magnet, right? Without any physical absorbance. Okay, they are not going to touch each other before. Okay, they are not going to touch each other, or there are no forces exerted between them also. If you just put the magnet nearer to the nail, what happens? It get attracted. This type of the force we call it as a magnetic force. What is magnetic force? The force exerted by the magnet, we call it as a magnetic force. In this force, you want to know that always the positive, that means the like poles, always the like poles are repulse each other and only the unlike poles are attract each other. What is the concept you want to know? You want to know that always the like poles are repel each other. Only the unlike poles are attract each other. This is also the concept you want to remember. After that, the next type of the force we are going to discuss about the electrostatic force. Okay, this is also the one of the non-contact force. This force you can experience in your home also. Okay, when you are being the kid, you are going to do that. You are going to take your comb and you are going to apply some of the oil, and you are going to put that, what is that, comb to the paper. When you are going to put that comb to the paper, what happens? The comb attract that paper, right? This experiment you did in your home. What you are going to do? You are going to take the comb and you want to apply some of the oil in the air, and that comb is put to the paper. Then what happens? That paper is attracted towards the comb. And also you can do it in the scale also, right? These are the small experiment you can did in your that means previous stages. Okay, therefore what is this electrostatic force? What is this electrostatic force? Means the force that exerted by an electrically charged object. If you see that comb and the oil that act as an electrically charged object. Okay, therefore that type of the force that exerted between the electrically charged object, that type of the force we call it as an electrostatic force. What are the types of the force we discussed? And another one type we want to discuss, that is the gravitational force, and some of the example for the gravitational force we will discuss in the next class. Okay, before that, what are the types of force we discussed? We discussed about contact force. In the contact force, we discussed about muscular force, frictional force. After that, in the non-contact force, we discussed about the magnetic force and also the electrostatic force. In the next class, we are going to discuss about the gravitational force. I hope you understand every concept what we discussed today. In the next class, we are going to start discussing with the gravitational force. Up to that, bye everyone.